Become a Golden Knight today and never miss a video by clicking that subscribe button and that bell. Anyway, on with the video. Hello my Golden Knights, it's richyrichgold here and welcome back to Greenville Car Reviews. Now in this episode we will be reviewing our first ever minivan, the 2013 Vellfire Sienna. Let's get into it. Now the vehicle is under the minivans tab in the dealership and it's located right about here. And as you can see when you click on it, you do not need a vehicle pass to actually own it. It's under the regular type, so you won't need anything like that to actually own the vehicle. It is $21,800, so very, very cheap, and it comes in the following colours: Super White, Cypress, Black, Silver Sky, Salsa Red, Shoreline Blue, Pre-Dawn Grey Mica, and Sandy Beach. And as you can see, it's got the name up here, it's under the Vellfire type, and yeah, let's get into the walkaround. Alright, so this vehicle, well, it looks like a minivan. It doesn't really have anything super special about it. The styling is good, I suppose. I don't see any visible flaws in the actual styling. I think it's just a really well-rounded vehicle, and it just, you know, there's like a little tiny thing there, but it's not really noticeable at all. But I think all in all, it's got nice little details. Like, as you can see, it's got sensors, you know, parking sensors and all sorts. And I think it just looks really, really good in my opinion. Here's what it sounds like starting up. Here's what its horn sounds like. And here's what it sounds like to drive. Now for the car's headlights, you can see that at the front, not super detailed, but I suppose it does do its job. She's got two circle kind of lights here at the front. It kind of looks a little bit weird and kind of cuts through the details, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, as you can see at the back, they're not very bright, just kind of two little lights on the side. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the back there. Now for its blinkers, it's just got kind of two on the front that doesn't actually line up with the orange parts on the front of the car, which is a little bit annoying, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. But they're not super bright. Now at the back they are yellow, which I guess is a good thing, but as you can see, the actual light there is white. It's not actually, you know, kind of an orangey or yellow kind of covering, but it does have a yellow light, which is interesting. So it's got two at the back. They're not super bright, but they do serve their purpose, I suppose. Now for the brake lights, it's literally just the other two normal lights, or headlights rather, and then just one little light at the top. So a nice kind of little detail that they put one up at the top, but I suppose it is very, very common in these sorts of cars. The 2013 Vellfire Sienna is based off of the 2013 Toyota Sienna in real life. Alright, it is time for the 0 to 60 and top speed. So here we go. I've got my stopwatch here. Hopefully we don't run out of track. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so about somewhere in between 3 and 4 seconds. I'm going to say 3.5. And let's see what we got for the top speed. Looks like about, what is that? Top speed of 160, or is that like 230? I don't even know what that was. So it looks like about top speed of 160 miles per hour, but then that's about 220 kilometers an hour. I believe that's what that is. It kind of spun out a little bit, or it's kind of, you know, a bit slidey. I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, let's get into what it's actually like to drive. Right, so how is it actually like to drive? Well, the handling feels a little bit jerky once you kind of get up to a higher speed, and because of its weight, it kind of makes you, yeah, flip a bit, as well as kind of lose control. So it's a little bit interesting with the handling. I don't really like it, to be quite honest. But its braking, however, is really, really bad. It's probably, you know, comes from it being a very big and just solid vehicle. Kind of like how the styling kind of just makes it, you know, seem like a really solid vehicle. Its acceleration, I have to say, very, very surprising. It's actually really, really good. I'm not sure if they meant it to be this good, but it's just brilliant. And once you kind of get up speed, you know, it becomes really, really impossible to control. But I suppose, you know, in a roleplay scenario or whatever, you know, you wouldn't really be going that quickly in this thing. But, I mean, for what it is, it's not too bad. Now, the vehicle sells for $18,966, so you're maybe losing $2,000, which is not a lot. So yeah, you can buy and sell this, and it will not break your bank by any means. Now, how do I rate this vehicle? Well, in the minivans class, I'm going to have to give this a 4 out of 10, just for a couple reasons. Now, the handling, once you get up speed, is just really bad. Like, once you get up to speed, the handling is just, you know, makes it pretty much impossible to drive. So it's very, very difficult to drive around, especially if you're going, you know, higher speeds, like, you know, maybe 60 miles per hour plus. Like, it just makes it really, really difficult to kind of handle. Its acceleration is almost unrealistically quick, which I guess is a good thing, but not in my books. I think it should be a little bit slower, but I'm not really sure how the car is in real life, so I wouldn't know. Its braking is pretty awful. It's just not very good at all. So it's a little bit unfortunate, you know, that the car's, you know, it looks good, but it just doesn't really function properly. But yeah, the car looks fantastic. It looks really solid, especially from the back. It's got, you know, the double sunroofs, lots of nice details. It's really well put together. There's no, like, gaps or anything, or any, you know, real problems. So that is really, really good. Now, is it worth it for the price? I would say so. I mean, yeah, it is worth it for the price, just because it's very, very cheap. And yeah, you don't really need a Game Pass to own it, so I mean, go for it. If you guys like it, then yeah, go for it, I suppose. But yeah, that's going to do us for today, so hope you did all enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.